Oh shit, we're being recorded.
We're being recorded.
W.
All
Wanna light
right.
up?
I'm going to light up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lighting up right now.
All right, everybody.
Oh, this is good.
This is Los Jerkos. I'm Nate.
Oh, I'm Travis.
Got our boy Adam, a.k.a. Ass Baby.
Yo,
Ass baby. Ass baby. New York, Adam?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Southern New York, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I always say I'm from upstate New York, but I guess the correct terminology would be central New York. So
Yeah. My old neighbor in Utah have you have the like same exact accent.
Yeah.
And
It's funny that we can all point that out.
he's from like Nyack and like Rockland County though.
Yeah. Absolutely. New York boys. I don't miss it. I'm not
Chicago, baby.
New York.
Chicago.
Everyone just automatically says New York City, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I live in northeastern PA now. I got out of New York.
Yeah. I think all the sane people got out of New York.
Yeah. So you guys are both smoking Davidoffs, huh?
Yeah. That we got for free. That's the perks of working at a lounge. What are you smoking, baby?
I decided to go with those aging room T112s. This is my last one I have of those too, which is kind of depressing.
How long have you let them sit for?
These were this was a part of a 10-pack I bought off Cbid like 5 years ago.
You're gonna hang out with us? Good deal.
Who's that?
My wife and then her friend Kate came in.
Nice.
What are you smoking? You're smoking a Scurry, are you?
Yes. Boom.
I got my late hour, my Scotch whiskey, the barrel aged late hour Winston Churchill.
Fucking A.
It's a tight draw though. Holy shit.
Yeah, mine's got a tight draw too. I'm about ready to bust out the perfect draw. So for anybody watching this, Travis is at work at the lounge right now. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fairly.
It's gonna get
hectic.
weird. That's all right though. That's what this is. We knew ahead of time that's what this was supposed to be. Was kind of an all over the place, kind of bullshitty.
Yeah.
Start mixing it up with some locals.
Yeah. I can try to get every now and then I'll get Craig to input something. He's wandering around doing shit. So.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah. All right.
So yeah, go for it.
What do you want to talk about, Puffy? What's been on your mind?
Well, I was thinking, since we have Adam on here and we do Adam stock every year, I'd actually like to get from Adam like how everything went down to where we got this tight knit group of dudes. Because he basically spearheaded all that, got us going.
Absolutely, and I mean, Jeremy got his own episode, so this can be Adam's episode.
Yeah, this is Adam's episode. Jeremy may be with us later on. So,
oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he said he might hop on about 8:00. But so Adam, what's up, baby?
Not much, man. Holding it together by a thread.
So you started a Discord. When was that? 2019, 2020?
Yeah, it was. I think the actual room started in 2019, but we didn't actually use it till like 8 months later for 6, 7 months later or something like that.
It's COVID, bro.
No, it was it had to do with we all wanted to smoke a cigar live. We were on Spirited Smoke, and the way that site was set up, it was like a Facebook, so you
Yeah.
couldn't really like interact live. You had to like just get people's comments, and it was like a fucking game of tag, so you couldn't really, I don't know, interact properly. So yeah, we all wanted to smoke. I think it was that huge Solomon Ichiban. What was that?
Oh yeah, the Ichiban Solomon from I think it was Kansas. One of the Kansas shops had that Ichiban.
Yeah. Yeah, so I made the Discord. I think a couple guys went in there and used it, and it was okay.
Yeah.
But we didn't really know how to use it. So Spirited Smoke got shut down. So we all just said, "Hey, screw it. Let's try this Discord thing out." And it ended up sticking. It ended up being the format that we liked. It was live interaction if you wanted it, but it was like a chat room. It wasn't like a leave comment like a Facebook, like, "Oh, I'm thinking about, tits and pussy wussies today." It's whatever, and then people say, "Oh, me too." And then it's like, "Oh, my girlfriend had nice tits." It was kind of a weird setup the way that site was, but the
Yeah.
Discord, you can just post a picture of the tits and be like, "Here it is."
Yeah, here's the tits, and I could immediately respond to it.
Yeah.
With a tit emoji on a tit picture.
Yeah.
Or with a picture of Nate as an emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Discord's the shit like that. The Discord was a really good idea. What made you think to use a Discord? Because I ain't never heard of this shit until you fucking hit me with a link.
Yeah, it was what the heck was that? It was Brothers in Ash. I don't know. I saw some type of Discord thing on the Spirited Smoke website where someone already had one. But I went in and it was more like promotional. It was all like cigar deals, and you had to like, I don't know, it was kind of weird setup. It wasn't really laid back. It was like you had to like rank up and shit. I don't know.
So right now, the way we have the Discord is it's just all really tight knit dudes. When you first got it going, did you have intention for it to be just wide open for everybody, or did you want it to be more tight knit the way it is, or did you even think that it would get that way?
Well, initially the plan was to write anybody and everybody. And I don't know, kind of when you do stuff like that, you kind of get a lot of freeloaders and predatory people and people that are always trying to like, sneak a quick buck out of you and shit like that. And
overprice some shit on secondary, and
not even overpriced, just they come in, they're snake oil sales and they got a bunch of shit for sale, and they start doing raffles, and then people don't get their shit. It's kind of gay.
Yeah, and that's kind of hard to prevent on something like Discord. Somebody can just jump out.
What's up?
Hey, Travis, when you do me a favor, like if somebody does walk in and they're just some loud fucking idiot, mute your mic, or if you have to like walk away, mute it on the Zoom.
Oh, could you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was all the way on the other side of the counter.
Yeah, it seems like for some reason when you're talking, it does
echo,
yeah, when it seems like it has a compressor going, but then for some reason when you get up, it's trying to pick something up, so it just picks up everything.
Oh fuck! Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
All right,
you good, baby.
Adam,
we don't
repeat
know
everything you just said word for word.
Word for word.
It was a lot of nothing really.
So it was. We just kind of got it going to where it was more tight knit based off people being fucking idiots on there, right?
Yeah, well, some guy does something to somebody. or they just kind of they complain that they don't have cigars, and then everyone wants to be cool and help out, like, oh shit, try this, try this.
Yeah, right.
Or people send them fucking buku cigars, and then the dude just disappears, and then, like, you find out they're selling them in another fucking room somewhere, and it's like, fuck you.
Oh yeah.
That's the one thing about this group. Granted, I've kind of on and off just disappeared and ghosted and whatnot, but the one thing I've noticed is everyone's super fucking chill, super fucking generous. It's all about, like, everyone has a passion for this, so they want to share that shit with everyone else.
Yeah.
So that's the coolest thing about it. And the only reason that I disappear for long periods of time is because I get fucking overwhelmed with all the different fucking chat. Like, I'll log off and I'll come back the next day and there's like, oh, you missed 250 different conversations.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Dude, I love it because what it reminds me of is old school, like, AOL chat rooms.
Oh yeah.
You just dip into a chat room and it's going on. You could scroll up through the conversation, and it is like daunting because the conversation is taking place real time instead of like on Facebook where it's a post and blah blah blah, like Adam was saying. But yeah,
that's the whole thing is, like, I have to scroll up. I need to know what the context is.
Yeah.
So, like, for me,
I don't give
my
a fuck
ass
about the
scrolls up and
context.
reads all 250 fucking missed comments.
Yeah, I usually don't have any context.
Yeah, I just jump in the mix. Fuck it, man. Sorry I wasn't there, guys.
I need to do that.
Yeah,
but believe it or not, the thing that I like about our little Discord that we have is that all the people that we have in there are like the original people. Like, there's only really four or five dudes that joined up later that wasn't the core group.
Like, yeah, from Spirited. Yep.
Which I thought that was cool. Like, we've all hung on the longest,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been 5 years on that Discord now, right?
Yeah, almost.
We've had people that really wanted to join our Discord, and we put them on, and they don't get it, They're like trying too hard to be down.
I guess. You told me about that one dude.
Yeah.
What was it, last week? You told me about that one story about that one dude that was trying really fucking hard, and you guys were like, "Nah, this just isn't fucking working."
Yeah, he was too fucking.
Who was that?
Newman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Newman was like, that guy was crazy too, because he was gonna try to, like, I think in his mind he had a vision of what our Discord is. And then I think he was going to try to market it and shit. Like, that dude was going nuts about
Jesus.
it. Yeah.
He was going full force, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be chill. You got to be a good hang. Like, I feel like if you're going to be in something like this, like, you just got to be a good hang. You can't overkill it with.
Absolutely, especially because we have a meetup now every year that Adam's fucking started, Tell us about the meetup, man.
Out there.
Yeah. Oh God, that would be terrible. And all that dude smoked was like
lamps.
All that dude smoked was like Asylum fucking, what are those called?
Lunatics?
Ogres.
Or no.
Started with an O.
Ogre.
Was it?
Ogre. Oh no, the Obligata.
No. It was the Pandemonium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was smoking nothing but Asylum Pandemoniums. That was his fucking jam.
Yeah, you all would have been skin lamps if he went up to Adam Stock with you.
Probably. So Adam, how did Adam Stock start, man?
Dude, that came from the Discord.
So hold on, let me explain Adam Stock, because I have talked about it on the first podcast, but I'll explain it real quick one more time for the people that are listening. So our Discord group, once a year we come together and fucking have a big get together. We come out, we bring food, smokes, booze, guns. We rock out with our fucking cocks out, I guess. It's a big sausage party. No, we've had some hottie midgets over there. But yeah, just a big get together is fucking dope. A lot of dudes bring a lot of smokes and a lot of dudes that know shit. Can't hear you, Craig. It's muted. Ha!
Yeah. Yeah, Adam Stock is kind of like just a way that we can all, I don't know, outside of the internet,
Yeah.
just kind of really talk to each other. So kind of cool.
How'd it kick off, man? I don't really remember. I think was it when COVID hit and we were bullshit.
No, I don't think it was about COVID. I think COVID people were like, "Oh, I don't know," and I was like, "Fuck that. We don't do that COVID bullshit around me." So
We cough in each other's faces here.
we're open for business.
Open for business.
Yeah, no, we planned it before COVID. I think COVID fucked over the first year, didn't it?
I don't know. I remember people not going because of COVID. But
Have you been to all
I think,
of them, Nate?
No, I didn't go to last year's because baby girl being born.
I think it was Dave Chirico was saying he was going to go camping. And I said, "Hey, why don't you come up to my spot on the river?" And he was like, "You got a spot on the river?" And I was like, "Yeah. You know, it's my family's. It's been in my family since like 1920s."
Yeah.
You know, and I gave the address, and I think you or somebody looked it up on Google Maps. It was like, "I'm fucking going there," and I was like, "So let's do it. Let's just set a date and see who shows up because I'm there. I'm there like 70% of the weekends in the summer. So it's like in September, no one's really there. The leaves are turning. It's nice weather.
Cold as fuck. I got to wear a blanket.
That was a 1 year.
That sucked.
It was like
From the
45.
north, get a grip.
Nah, bro. I'm in the south now. No. I'm
No,
tropical. I'm
was
tropical,
damp.
Poppy.
It was damp. It was windy.
Go, puppy.
It was fucked though. That 1 year was fucked. The other years I was like content and comfortable, but that 1 year, and I was smoking a bunch of fucking weed. And for some reason, when I smoke a bunch of weed, I get all cold and shit.
Yeah. Your body hibernates.
Yeah.
What goes on at this event besides all the pretty obvious stuff?
So like, I don't know. We all just like bring cigars and we do like a big like swap meet, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I show up with like, I like to do like 3 years in a row. I did the mule kick.
Yeah.
That I like to do like 2 10-count boxes and everybody smoke one or everyone just take one or whatever. And I don't know, we kind of put together care packages for everybody.
The first year was we winged the fuck out of it, and you doing that, and Brian bringing his tote full of aged fucking cigars. I mean, he brought a tote full of aged EP Carrillos, punches.
Oh shit!
That shit was like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, like 8, 9 years old. And he was like, "Man, I brought this just to share with everybody." He's like, "Take whatever you want." And yeah, we were like, "Well, if you're fucking saying take it," yeah. A bunch of us took a bunch of shit. They were fucking delicious cigars. And I mean, some of the stuff he had in there was like bang for your buck sticks that are just so, but with that much age on them, were fucking primo.
Yeah, push your wig back shit.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good shit. And with Brian doing that, I think the next year a lot of the other dudes were like, "Yeah, I got to bring some shit to fucking share, man, cuz a lot of good shit out there, and we all have our own preferences, but I think a lot of us guys have good taste, and so we're always bringing something that everybody else is most likely to enjoy. If not just good taste, we all share similar qualities of cigars,
Except for Gurkha.
except for Gurkha. I actually, for 2 years, I was making it a thing to smoke a Gurkha with my homeboy there. And the third year, I was like, nah, I ain't doing it again.
Need Gurkha sponsorship.
Please sponsor us, Gurkha.
Well, we'll hand them out. We'll hand them out to people.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to talk positive about them, but we'll hand them out.
We'll hand them out. Smoke this when you have a cold and you can't taste shit.
Smoke this when you really want some perspective on how good other cigars can be.
So the way Adam stock pretty much goes now is everybody gets out there about either a Friday or Saturday. We all smoke up in the morning. We share like, yo, this is what I brought. This is what I brought. And everybody can just decide out of this huge stash of what everybody brought, whatever the fuck they want to smoke. And I mean, there's like options aplenty.
You just all day.
All day
In
smoking.
between though, we're like doing stuff though. It's not just
Yeah, just sitting around smoking.
you go down to the river and smoke.
Yep.
Like, shoot off fucking couple guns or ARs or whatever.
Yeah, feed some
have
deer.
a cigar. Everyone like has a role too. Like, you know, we got Arnold. He cooks. You know, John V is the local whore. You know.
Yeah.
So everyone pulls their own weight.
Yeah. I try to do like a raffle or a tasting.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got something that they offer, whether they know it or not. You know,
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't really be there.
Fucking
I mean, you guys are basically a family.
Yeah. Chirico fucking brought some kick-ass sandwiches one year for breakfast.
The Jersey what are that, pork roll shit?
Yeah, pork rolls. Man, those were good. Call it. Yeah.
Egg and cheeses and shit.
Fucking pork sandwich, but it was fucking dope. Those were really good. Yeah, so then we like, you know, we smoke. Like he said, we do stuff in between smoking or while we're smoking. We'll have breakfast. We usually skip lunch. Then we have dinner, and like, God, we get the meat sweats every fucking year. Our palates get blown out, or we get meat sweats.
Dude, we were
Do
going
you find
to the
that you have
butcher.
to take a break afterward?
We were going to the butcher and getting like $250 worth of meat and shit, and then like
holy fuck,
just cooking it and then just wasting half of it. These guys were taking full steaks home with them, chewing on them on the way down to Georgia and shit.
Yeah, yep.
With your pellets being blown out, do you take time after that, or you just head straight back into it?
Nah, I mean, I head straight back into it, but usually I'm burning one a day after the fact, you know, because I just smoke so goddamn much. I mean, honestly, dude, I haven't like. I think there's been like that kid that came, Papa Bear. I think he outsmoked me his first year there last year, which I didn't go last year, but from what I heard is that kid smoked so many fucking cigars that he outsmoked me every year I go. I think the most I had was 18 cigars, chilling and riding. Yeah, 18, 20 cigars.
Bam.
Jesus, I don't know if I can knock out 18 to 20 cigars. Fuck.
Yeah, but he's got he's got the ride.
So me and Mike, it takes us like 12 to 14 hours to get out there. So that long ass ride, we sit there and have about 4 cigars.
Oh yeah. Now it sounds like a fun time. I mean, it's not often that you get something like that, like a get together. People
Yeah.
are getting together. It's usually at a cigar lounge, or
Yeah.
they're having a bonfire. But it's never like this is like an event where it's like everyone's getting together, everyone's got a plan, everyone's got their cigars that they're bringing in.
Yep.
There needs to be more of these. We need to turn this into a rolling tour.
But I
Yeah.
think the reason why Adam Stock actually works is there is kind of proximity with a decent amount of guys. Like, I know the first year Arnold was in North Carolina, but he's in Math now, so he's only like 3 hours away. John V's like hour and a half away. Frank's an hour away. Cowboy and them, they got a little ride. It's like 8 hours for them. They're in Virginia. Him and Dave, and then like Nate and Mike are the ones that come from, from hell, pretty much.
Yeah.
Bottom, from the dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard on them the most. And, the one year they showed up at like 3 a.m, everyone's all fucking drunk and shit. they showed up, we're all shooting guns.
Shooting guns, dude. And I'm like,
drinking
my God.
and shooting guns.
I was so tired from that fucking trip. Even though I don't drive. It was fucking Mike driving the whole way. But I was like, when I pulled up and you guys were shooting shit off, I was like, oh man, I gotta go to bed and these motherfuckers are going nuts.
Dude, the best thing is Mike drives that fucking 90. It's like a 98 Jeep.
Yeah.
Grand Cherokee, but it's fucking 5-speed.
Yep.
So it only does like 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, he's got a new vehicle this year, so it's going to be, it should be a bit quicker of a ride.
You guys could probably shave 2 hours off if you just bump that bitch up to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah, that's going to be nice in the new whip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of the reasons I'm even bringing up Adam Stock and everything, one is Adam's here, but two, for people listening, man, do yourself a favor and get yourself a crew that you really like, guys you can really get along with, and you guys figure out where the fuck you can go hang out, man. It's worth.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like it's
tradition.
Yeah, create a tradition. Also, like if you're already talking about it, just fucking jump and do it.
Yep.
It's the same with the podcast. Like we sat and talked about a podcast for forever, and one day it was like, hey, this is the only idea we have that we can just fucking jump on and do.
Jump on right away. Now. Yeah.
Like, so if you're talking about it, just fucking do it. Make the jump. If it doesn't go well the first time, fucking hash it out. Do a second time. It is what it is. Like, stop talking about shit. Just fucking do it.
Do it. And I recommend a hangout that's longer than just like you mentioned, going to a lounge or some small event. Like even an overnight thing, man. Create your own little Bohemian Grove just without the gay shit,
Yeah, you can't avoid that.
Without the skull and bones shit.
Yeah, without the skull and bones.
Oh my god, I can't throw his name out, or we'll have to edit it out. Rick. I won't say his last name.
Yeah.
So he's on episode 300 of his podcast. So he came in, he was asking about this. What are you doing? And so I told him, and he goes, I do podcasts for a living. He goes, what's the name of it? So I tell him.
Oh boy.
It's about cigars. And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I'll take a listen to it. How many episodes you got? I was like, we'll be at 10 on Sunday. He goes, I'll take a listen. And I'm in my head, I'm going, oh, fuck. This dude's like 300 episodes in, starting another episode or another podcast. He's going to listen to this fucking shit.
These guys are total morons.
No, he actually, I explained it to him. I was like, dude, it's rough. I'm letting you know. He goes, no, that's how you start. He goes, don't fucking go into this full production knowing what you're doing. You got to start somewhere. Yeah. And I was like, I promise, after episode 1, once you get to like episode 5, 6, 7, it gets a lot more relaxed. It gets a lot better recorded. The audio's better. It evolves. I go, I promise you, just get through episode 1 and 2. It gets better.
Yeah, man.
But
uh,
yeah, this has been fun. I mean,
been a fun
this is
ride.
a way of this is a way of creating a community also. You know what I mean? Like creating a group where it's like
Yep.
do this podcast. Now we have people on, which is going to be great for future episodes when we want to bring someone on, bring a couple people on, do it Discord this way.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
this is actually working a lot better than I thought.
No, I had to use my homeboy mics in order to record and not be kicked off at 45 minutes. But I think it may be worth it to um, go ahead and pay for Zoom for ourselves and utilize it, especially because we do want to get blenders and brand owners and industry on this and bullshit with them.
And if this is easy for you to edit, or if this is actually like tolerable, this gives us a little more leeway on when we record, when we let things go, let things like out.
These are not going to be edited. I'm letting these ride because if I try to edit this, it's going to look like shit on YouTube being cut middle of a Zoom call. So I'm just going to let these ride. These will be.
Yeah, but like the audio.
Oh yeah.
So for like the audio aspect, I mean, if this works, then in a scenario where, for instance, I work on a Thursday or whatever, if we can figure out, ways to get people on certain days, and it's not on Thursday, not on Sunday, now I have that ability without having to go to your house. I can pull this up on my house. You know what I mean?
True.
So it gives
I still like having you come over because I do like us recording on using the DAW.
Oh yeah, it's better that way. I like being live where we can just like bullshit and be like feed off each other.
Yeah.
So,
but this is great that we do have it now. And the other thing is, I mean, I'll talk about that off the fucking little podcast we're doing right now.
I mean, Adam Stock, if you can figure out a way to do this.
Oh, well, yeah.
The only thing that would really work down there was like Starlink. So,
no, you don't think that thing John was talking about would work? I mean, he says he's got a huge fucking antenna that comes off his vehicle that like he can raise that gets signal.
It might work because like if he's gonna, I don't know. I don't really know that type of shit. I'm like not that type of techie, but if he can set up like some type of repeater off his vehicle that can give it like a hotspot or whatever, something like that, but you don't really get too much service because it's in a fucking river valley.
That is another thing that's dope about it. That's another thing I do like about Adam Stock though. And I mean, we don't have to. Well, first, let me say the thing I like about Adam Stock is you could barely use your fucking phone up in there, so you're kind of forced to. You disconnect you. Yeah, and we can record there. I'll just bring the laptop and record on GarageBand or Reason while there.
Yeah.
And then when I get back home, I can fucking upload it and edit it. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it does. We can do a show from Adam Stock, which I really would like to.
I think like you're saying, that disconnect is what makes it all worth it. Like you all, like I'm sure all of you, from what I'm gathered, most of you are in either the tech industry or in an industry where you're nonstop having to be on your phones or a computer.
Yep.
This is the best fucking vacation from computers, and it kind of forces you to be a little more tribal and have conversations and be fucking human beings.
Yeah.
And just live in the moment. That's one of the dopest parts about it is it
really
forces your hand.
It's
I think it would be cool to
go ahead.
I think it would be cool to maybe record like a blind tasting, like that like Saturday night kind of just hits a little different, Saturday night is like everyone's kind of broke the ice and everyone's fucking cutting loose and bullshitting. They're cutting it. They're hitting the bourbon up, and everyone's fucking around. And like we're all blind tasting and shit like that, and we're trading cigars, and everyone's fucking riffing on each other. Like you should probably just record that like a live fly on the
Yeah.
recording.
I need to get the proper mic for that to where I can just set it in the center. It's got where it collects audio all the way around the mic and just let that ride.
Dude, just put up a fucking cam and record it.
Yeah.
Just call it fly on the wall.
Fly on the wall. Yeah, Travis, you got to make it out there this year and help do the blind. I mean, that's like you do it. You're getting to where you're doing it pretty professionally. It'd be dope to have you there doing it with us.
Yeah, I would love to. Like I said, it's all going to come into timing and if I'm allowed to get away from the shop for that many days.
Yeah,
that's the big one.
Right.
So, even like for instance today with the Davidoff president coming in, John couldn't make it. He had to go sign some paperwork for his father and his father's passing.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't make it. And they're like, okay, well, we kind of want a manager here. So 2 hours of my life I got taken away from me so I can listen to them talk business and sit in the corner and smoke my Davidoff. It's a rough life.
Very rough. It looks hard, man.
Yeah. It's all right. I got Craig here. He's a good slave. I mean, worker.
Yeah. When he just texted me, he told me he's in our Discord and he's trying to get himself banned already. So I can't wait to go look at that conversation.
He literally goes, he goes, yeah, Nate sent me that Discord. I never actually clicked on it, and I forgot to save it. So I deleted the text, and he's like, do you have a way of getting on there? It's like, not for you. You're gonna have to ask Nate. I don't know.
I think you can send him an invite.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I ain't taking that power.
How's that 5-year-old aging room?
It's so fucking good, man.
You sent me one back then, and I'm an asshole. I don't let stuff chill. I just smoke it.
That's an underrated cigar. Like that brand, a lot of those cigars are
fucking titties, man.
It's got kind of that one taste that I've only got like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 times, which I can only say it tastes like life preserver.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I've heard people call it Band-Aid.
Yeah, like you've called it Band-Aid.
No, I called it. So there's one note I got that I said it was like a kiddie pool scent, like blowing up a kiddie pool.
Kiddie pool.
Yeah.
I've never had that. I don't know. Oh, that was the Crux.
That was the Crux. I did not like that
the fucking Crux.
Yep.
Nah, that thing's dog shit. But yeah, you told me that, then I smoked it, and I was like, I mean, I guess I get that, but not on that same level.
Dude, this Escurio fucking slaps, man. I can't wait for this. Yeah, I can't wait for that 10-year.
We just got talk of that. It's aged in bourbon barrels, which I don't know. Do you know if the Escurio, the original one, was aged in bourbon barrels?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
The only one I think that's that one and the Diademas, right? Wine barrels.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's, I mean, it's aged in bourbon barrels. I don't know. It doesn't specify which tobaccos are. The filler has 9-year-old Brazilian tobacco.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that
It's going to be good. And found out the price point. So
36, right?
Oh yeah. How the fuck? Never mind. I'll go fuck myself. Feels already ahead of the game.
It is. Yeah. They dropped it out fairly quickly. People like they dropped the article and then people were reading and I think a couple guys tried to guess. and then like 2 hours later they had the price point up.
Damn. Yeah, I'm excited for it. There's a lot of constructive conversation during that whole ass meeting. It was just, I mean, one thing that was brought up was, you know, how much you like the Xeno Platinum.
Yeah.
Um, there was there was talk of, because the price went up, and they're trying to really get more people into the yellow Xeno
Fuck
too.
that. That ain't happening.
Yeah. We all ran a consensus, like in the group that was sitting there. The issue with the Xeno products, the reason why they don't sell as well as they should, is they're literally two extremes: super cheap, super expensive.
Yep.
And so we were talking about that. They're talking about the possibility of doing that middle ground, rebuffing that Xeno line and kind of creating almost kind of like Feria Tego, where they have like the Metropolitan and the
Yep.
different like tiers of Timeless.
Well, don't make another Xeno Nicaragua if you do, man. Jesus.
I mean, if you do, then make it a dark Nicaraguan. Make it something,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I agree with
flavorful.
that.
But they made a good point, you know, to have Xeno's name on something like that and
Yeah.
not really hash that shit out kind of seems like a missed opportunity. So there's stuff being talked about with Davidoff that,
Well, they're on the right track then. I want to get Adam's perspective of Davidoff. What do you think about him?
See, I like Davidoff. I like a lot of their blends. I know the Scurio was really the first Davidoff that I had. You know, and that was it was a Petite Corona or something, right?
Yeah. No, that was. Are you talking about in that
Petite
that
Robusto?
Petite Robusto from the club, right?
Yeah.
I think that was a Petite Robusto.
Yeah, that was a cool little size. I really liked it, and I ended up smoking it at a wedding. And you know, you got to break out the Davidoffs at the wedding, act all fucking.
Oh yeah.
You know, the guys that are smoking cigars there, they all pull out fucking gay ass cigars, and I'm like, yeah, I got this, and everyone's like, oh, cool. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I smoked it, and even with all, there was like fireworks going off. I was, you know, drinking and everything, and the cigar just fucking hit so nicely.
Oh yeah.
Like even at that, you know, at that spot where I was, wasn't really a cigar spot. I'm standing on like a boardwalk smoking this cigar, and the fireworks are going off. And I guess you weren't really allowed to be smoking out there, but I was. And all the older guys put out their stuff, and I just kept smoking it because I wasn't going to throw that fucking thing.
Nah. It's an event cigar. I mean, it goes. You can find a Davidoff for any event, and it just hits every time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I don't know. The price point is kind of, for me. I don't know how I would describe my, you know, cigar buying habits. I'm kind of all over the place. Where
hobby, right, Travis? Hobby.
Well,
hobby, no habits, bud. Come on.
I try to buy the good shit, but I don't know, man. Spending $300, $400 on a 20 counts. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a time and place.
Yeah. But you were also like, for a good while there, you were hitting a lot of dope ass raffles. So you were getting good sticks for like $20, a good 5-pack for $20 or some shit, $40.
Yeah, I hit a lot of those Fuente raffles.
Mm-hmm.
I still got all that shit too.
Going back to episode 1, maybe episode 2, I can't remember. Let's get Adam's perspective. What's your favorite cigar? Where were some of the questions from episode 1 and 2? Best bang for the buck cigar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best middle of the road. Best. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'll do it, but I'm just going to do it like rapid fire.
All right.
I'm not gonna get into depth. I'm just gonna go bang, bang, bang. So my best budget banger would be an under 10, and I got to go with that CIO Zocalo.
Sakala.
I like that
Hold
cigar
on
a
a
lot.
sec. There's this fuckface yelling at me. All right. Craig's
What do you
done
got,
being a
fight?
little bitch.
You got a fight going on in there?
No, he's fucking yelling to be a dickhead.
Can't wait to have
He just
him on
wants
the
to be
show.
heard. Yeah, I can't wait to have him on the show too.
Yeah, fucking Craig.
Yeah, Craig. There's one way to get on the show, be an obnoxious cock. All right, as we were saying before,
So,
bitch ass.
I like
Zocalo.
Zocalo. I guess that would be my budget banger. That or like the one of the Rockies.
Which one is that?
CAO.
CAO Zocalo.
Hold on, let me grab mine.
Oh.
The
Is that
Mexican-
that's the Mexican one? Yeah.
Mexican band. Yeah, that shit's fire. I don't know. I don't think it should be priced like that, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that line is good.
Typical General though. Let him do it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Over 10. I don't know. Shit, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
There's just so many. Like my mind kind of just opens like a little flower.
Yeah, there's tough questions.
It is.
This is the hard shit.
Especially being put on the spot.
There's the Zocalo.
You got it.
Oh yeah, I've had that when it first came out, and I haven't smoked it since. But it's a good smoke. I remember liking it. The only one of CAO I didn't like was the Cameroon was dog shit.
I don't think I've had their Cameroon.
I didn't like that one a lot.
All right. Banger over 10. Between
over
10 and 20, I'd say, right?
10 and 20. I'd probably go with some of that tat. Maybe like what's that Tuxla go for? That
The T110, I think that's $12.
yeah. No, wait, is it
in
that
the-
one or is it it's like it got a Mexican wrapper or something on it.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
Tushla.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I would go for one of them, man. Like as it's gonna hit.
That is a banger.
It's always gonna be like I never have construction problems with that Tatuaje shit, man.
No.
Same with the My Father. That's always like a good smoke.
Yep.
Over 20. I gotta go with either that Byron that you sent me, Nate.
Oh,
The Poemas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a big old fat Toro,
Yeah.
and either that or the Mayura, man.
oh shit, the Mayura is something.
Mayura.
Just a fucking. I don't know what he put. I was joking with these guys before, man. He puts like opium in the middle of it. If you look at your cut, it's got like a black vein in the middle, and I swear to God,
Black tar opium, baby. Yeah, that's what's up.
that shit, like you can smell it burn different than like the binder. It's got like a distinct, almost Indian vibe to it, and that kind of makes sense with Mel because
Yeah. He's Indian. Yo, that man, I can't front, dude. I bet you opium would be dope with cigar tobacco. I bet you that shit would be fire as fuck.
Our next podcast episode is going to be all the things Nate thinks would go good with a cigar.
Yeah, dude.
next podcast is heroin good with cigars. Is heroin good?
Yo, opium tastes good. That's what I'm just saying, man. Opium tastes fucking good.
Fucking Nate cooking up a spoonful and fucking puffing on a cigar.
Yeah,
I haven't had opium in years. So
None of the needle stuff for Nate. He's only into the heavy shit.
just man. I got lay on my side and smoke this cigar laced with opium.
yeah.
He's either smoking opium or boofing something. So.
Little cigar den.
It's boofy, baby.
Den.
Cigar den. Everyone's on their side smoking. It's a whole new meaning to cigar lounge.
Oh shit.
I think we're onto something. Just put a
Yeah,
bunch of
man.
curtains for doors and shit.
And probably pop off like a motherfucker, man.
It did back in the when was
Oh
OSB
yeah.
big?
Yeah. 1920s. It's
Yeah,
fucking
it was big back
huge.
then.
Yeah, man.
We just call it a vintage bar,
Yeah.
vintage lounge.
We've talked, I think we've talked about like um CBD infused cigars on the podcast already, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Even
shit's
what
trash.
are the ones with all the bud? It's not even just CBD. I've seen ones where
Yeah,
like
no, they're doing bud now too, straight up bud. But weed and tobacco, or well, cigarette tobacco and weed goes pretty good together. But I don't think that cigars and weed go good together.
No, that blend would have.
they're counteract.
Yeah,
You can't inhale that shit.
nah. Although I do like the taste and smell of weed, but it's
I don't
not.
know.
But they're opposites. You can't inhale one, and then on top of that, the flavor profiles. I mean, unless you're getting a lighter tobacco, but like if you're getting something dark and dirty, and
Yeah,
you're smoking weed with it, it just doesn't fucking work.
no, no, but it does with certain cigarette tobaccos for sure.
Yeah,
But you're still getting more of the pot taste than you are the cigarette tobacco.
yeah. Bunch of fucking delinquents.
Yeah. This is now turned into a marijuana podcast.
Yes.
Been hijacked.
That's all right. We don't have to change our name.
The opium den.
Hijacked by the cannabis industry.
Los Jerkos, a cannabis podcast.
Adam, what's the most expensive cigar you've smoked?
Probably the Atabay you sent me.
The Atabay? That
that Lancero one, that really fucking huge Lancero.
Oh, you spoiling people, sweet boy.
Yeah.
Jeez, Lou. All of his favorite cigars are shit you fucking sent.
Fucking Adam sent me dope ass shit, man. So
it wasn't my favorite. It was probably the most expensive. What are they like?
No, but those are some of my favorites.
No. The La Union that Dave sent.
Oh yeah.
Those are fucking expensive.
La Union? Which one's that?
The My Father and Tatuaje collab.
Oh, I forgot those. Yeah, okay. I forgot those are called La Union. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
I don't say it with like an accent. I'm not gonna say La Union.
La Union. Yo, what'd you think of that? Which one did you have?
Blending. I had the darker one, so like I think it's for Tatuaje.
I think it was for Tatuaje.
But
yeah,
I liked it. It was a good cigar. I'm not gonna take anything away from the blend. I liked the tastes, but for $60 motherfucking dollars, bro, like I'd rather have two Mayuras like any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Although 60 is not bad from what we're selling them for here.
Well, that's just what I saw. I don't know how much because I got them at a Secret Santa, so I don't know how much.
I mean, if they got them for $60, that's a fucking deal.
Who? Are you talking the Line Union?
Yeah.
We have Line Union? No, we ain't got that.
The duo, the two.
No. You're thinking of the Fuente and Padron. We're talking Tatuaje and My Father. Because they both come out around the same time. Yeah.
I got you. I'll go fuck myself. Okay. I haven't smoked that one yet. I haven't smoked any of them, any of those two collaborations yet.
I thought I gave you one. I gave you one, no?
No.
That cigar was good, man, but
$30 tops.
For $60, like I want that thing to transition like 3 motherfucking times.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be blown away.
Yeah, and I thought that to me that cigar was a little daintier than what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a bit stronger of a cigar.
I didn't really mind the strength of it. The strength was okay for me, but I just kind of like usually about halfway to the last third. That's where like I consider like the sweet spot. You get the resonation going, you get some more flavors kind of layering in there, and that's where I kind of look, to for the cigar to shine. But it didn't get. I wouldn't say it got harsh or anything, but it was just kind of felt flat in that period, which I wanted it to to grow. But
That cigar G spot.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what you instead of doing thirds, like cigar thirds tasting notes, you split it into smaller tasting notes, and the G for cigars, SIGAR or
yeah.
CIGAR. Holy fuck spelling. And the G spot is that dead middle of the cigar.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sweet spot where it's warmed up enough, but it's not bitter yet. It's in that nice warm spot in the middle. That's we should do it like that.
The
Fuck
G
thirds.
spot. Yeah.
The G spot.
Now entering the G spot.
That's a good way to look at it, actually.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that concept. It's kind of like how they label mortar, masonry.
Order.
Yeah. You got type N, type S, type spells masonry.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think that my cigar journey is kind of to the point where it's, remember like we used to do all those reviews and everything, and I tasted fucking a little bit of black cherry on the first third, and
Yeah.
give all these tasting notes, and it's like you smoke that same fucking cigar and you don't get that, and I kind of think it's all like looking at it that
Perception.
way, like micro focusing on your cigar is kind of like, I don't know, kind of like grew out of that shit, I guess.
No, I did too.
Yeah.
And plus I just don't think that, like, I get why the Connect is there. I get why they decide to do it that way and have flavor notes and talk about these flavor notes. It's more enticing, but that's not really what's happening there at all.
Yeah.
There's none of those flavors in there. Unless they legit put them in there. Like I just seen a cigar yesterday that is infused with cocoa. They legit infused the cigar with cocoa. I kind of want to get one to see if it actually has a hint of the cocoa in it. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I use them, but the whole point of those flavor profiles is it's your brain fucking telling you what that is.
yeah, if you haven't had it, you ain't gonna get it.
No, so when people go, I have a bad palate. It's no, you don't have a bad palate. You just haven't had enough flavor profiles where your brain makes those connections.
So here's what I want you to do.
Not only that,
Start cooking
too.
What's that?
You what?
Smoking style too has a huge role in that.
Oh yeah,
notes, because like Charlie from fucking Half Wheel could smoke way different than me or Nate or you. I'm guilty of chiefing the fuck out of these things, making them hot, and just ruining the fucking cigar. But Charlie or Brooks or one of those fuckers, they'll never do that.
No, they take their sweet time on a cigar, but they get paid to fucking do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd love to get paid to fucking just type subjective reviews of cigars. But like working in the fucking restaurant industry where it's like you're constantly tasting shit and constantly fucking getting all these different flavors. For me, that's the best way for me to fucking figure out a cigar is correlate those flavor notes. Now, when I sell a cigar, that's usually what I'm trying to avoid using because, like you said, at the end of the day, no one's gonna fucking get that if they're not fucking, looking for it. If they're smoking it differently, it's all subjective.
No, I I like the idea of flavor notes being attached to a cigar because I like to buy a cigar, if there is flavor notes attached or whatever. I like to see if I can get that, if I'm able to get those tastes. And I say, oh, maybe I do taste a little bit of graham cracker or whatever, and say, fuck it,
Yeah. Yeah, it's this weird balance because like even when we train here, my boss hates flavor notes, but then the motherfucker will go and like explain a cigar to us using flavor notes. So I'm not. It's like a weird fucking line in the
Well,
middle.
it's that thing where I brought up, and I know it's so stupid when I fucking explain it, but like I feel like there needs to be words for the actual flavors that you get from that tobacco versus food terms,
Yeah.
like create terms tobacco wise that note you taste on all these cigars with this blend or this tobacco in it, we've named that flavor profile that tobacco gives. It has its own fucking
So
name.
playing devil's advocate on that, is that not the points on the tongue? So when we do the training, you have the sectors of your tongue.
It can be, but I think that.
What are you going to name it though?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like with our training, with our training, instead of using flavor notes, the whole point is, so if the smoke, when it hits your tongue, if you're getting a lot of notes that are hitting the tip of your tongue, it's a sweeter cigar.
Yeah.
And so like all the different sectors of the tongue, that is technically what you're saying. You just want actual words attached to those so that you can use them as flavor notes.
Yeah, but so different varieties and notes can hit the same areas of those tongues that on the tongue. You know what I'm saying? It's not like there's definitely different types of sweetness I get from cigars. It's not all one type of sweetness. When I do get something sweet, and I think that also because of that, that's where people do end up relying on food to describe it or other, anything, leather, fucking.
Well, my favorite tasting note is tobacco.
Yeah, tobacco's the jam.
That's the best when they throw that in there. It tastes like tobacco, and it's like, no fucking shit.
Well,
it better taste like fucking tobacco.
Every time I see tobacco, though, and I've used the term tobacco myself.
I know what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it reminds me of Red Man Chew or Beech Nut or that type of chew, like that whole fucking leaf chew that you put in your jaw, and not your lip. That's just that sweet tobacco chew. That's what it reminds me of a lot of time. Like,
there
was a lost and found cigar that was like, I think it was Los Bastardos or something like that. But that cigar had that like Red Man Chew tobacco note like through a lot of it. And it was so fucking good. Los Bastardos.
Damn it.
Yeah, man. But that was I like that note a lot. And that's the note that makes the most fucking sense to me because you can say that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Tastes like tobacco.
Yeah. Good shit.
It tastes like smoke. No, and I see what you're saying because, like, so for instance, with spicy, you have customers that come in that say, "I don't like spicy," and then they pick up a cigar that is
spicy,
technically spicy. They don't like pepper,
right?
So, and that's when the flavor notes come in with the food flavor notes because it's pepper, baking spice, nutmeg, vegetal spice, like not vegetal.
Spice.
Yeah.
My favorite posh spice. Oh, baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was kind of hoping you were going to wear your Spice Girls shirt on here today, but
no, I let my nephew borrow it, man. He hasn't given it back yet. And he's got my Selena shirt too, that fucking prick.
I gotta take a leak. 1 second.
We can't pause the show.
Unfucking believable. Let's talk to this Indian guy.
Hey, don't
Are you
shoot.
the ass baby? Don't shoot me.
Bob and Vagine. Oh, fuck. That's
Don't
good.
shoot me.
Show Bob and Vagine. That's good.
So good. The one that he had on before where it was Putin.
hmm It's like Putin with a little girl's haircut or some shit. It's fucking funny looking.
Good shit.
Yeah,
I'm glad this recording shit worked.
Yeah, and it's not as bad. How packed is the lounge right now?
I mean, the back is pretty packed. But
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean, you got the
noise-wise-
air purifiers going too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really picking that shit up. It did when you first turned on the mic.
Yeah.
But then it like cut. So Zoom is doing a pretty good job of cutting that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's definitely nice to know that this is a good backup idea.
I like it. And fuck, next time I work with Anthony and you do, we could actually have Anthony on.
Oh yeah, that's all he does is fucking. Every time I mention it, he goes, "Oh, that podcast that no one's allowed to be on." I was like, "You're literally the only one that's not allowed to be on it, puppy."
Yeah. It's a shit. Craig needs to get him a mic. Lean over and tell his ass. Get a fucking mic, Craig.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I told him I told Tony. I said, yeah, Craig, I'm going to set this up in the corner if you want to come over and pitch in some words of wisdom. And Tony overheard it and goes, "Oh, fucking Craig gets to be on it. What the fuck?"
Is Tony there?
No, he was there earlier today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
Unbelievable. I have him literally doing everything.
What was another question you asked, Adam, that we could turn around back on you?
Yeah, let's flip the script.
Yeah, I don't know. I put a couple in there. I don't know. I really thought Jeremy had like the best, man.
Yeah, Jeremy has some
that
good
guy
questions.
thinks he's like he sees through the matrix, I think.
He fucking does, bro.
He
really does.
thinks in like layers. He's like the chess.
Yeah, he came into the lounge and just talking to him, you could tell.
Yeah.
You can just tell he's a very good at having conversations because it's always layered.
Yep.
He's a good shit.
Yeah, he was supposed to jump on. Let me text his ass, see if he's gonna fucking jump on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not really that interesting. I just
No, you don't.
I just like your podcast, man. It's cool.
Hey, that makes you cool. No, I'm joking.
I am behind though. I will admit I am behind like 2 episodes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I think
so far. Feedback. Now that we got you live, instead of just the feedback on Discord.
I think doing a cigar podcast is hard.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing really well with having content for episodes. I mean, if I would call it content, if you showed this podcast to my dad or my grandpa, he'd be like, okay, yeah, it's just guys talking about what they like with cigars. It's not.
Yeah.
If you're interested in this type of thing, I think your podcast is kind of cool because it gives that look from inside the lounge, and you guys are pretty down to earth, and you're not like these, Charlies and these other guys that you read their shit on the internet. You can just tell they're dickheads.
Yeah.
In real life. I mean, that's kind of an unfair judgment, but
pretentious. They come off pretentious.
It comes off so pretentious. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Nate. And I think you guys talking about cigars and actually fielding questions that are like live kind of from the
Yeah.
Discord is great because that's what people are thinking when you're trying to get new subscribers and stuff. You don't know who you're going to be tapping into that
Yeah.
might have
Gives people a voice.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
neat.
Absolutely.
And I mean, doing this kind of thing with the Zoom. So, like Sunday, we're gonna have a bunch of guys on, and you're gonna jump on that one too, Adam. Right?
Yeah, I'll be there on Sunday.
But I think that every final episode of every season, for as long as we can have it running, should be like audience appreciation and participation. Like we come up with ways to have audience participate and jump in on the Zoom and fucking rock with us.
One little thing that I think you guys would really I think you guys do have a lot of untapped knowledge here is kind of industry buzz and like new releases type thing or what's going on in the actor, like I think you guys should do more like up to date on the beat cigar industry stuff. That could be a decent filler for some of your shit. And
like cigar reporting. Yeah.
Cigar reporting, yeah, exactly. And give it from your guys' point of view, not from some fucking rep or some fucking guy.
That can be as easy as us, because I mean, Nate, you and I both are on Half Wheel pretty consistently. It can be as easy as just reading a fucking Half Wheel article on a cigar that's coming out in the next couple months.
Yeah.
And pitching what we think about it.
I don't know if you saw, but Wes sent us the new blood medicine a day prior to media release.
Mm-hmm.
So I
giving our views on it. Yeah.
Mother Goose's side piece in the house.
Oh shit.
What up, dog?
That means
that means I ain't paying no child support for that bit. Yeah.
J-Bone.
What's up, man?
What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on, Travis? How you doing?
You got video.
Whose closet are you hiding in?
Sort of. Man, it's hard to say anymore. I've been in here for so long.
Some R. Kelly shit.
Yeah. What's up, Adam?
No,
What's up?
Man, I wish I would have had a car this week. I would have hooked up with you.
No, it's cool. I appreciate that you weren't like, oh yeah, come down, and then us only be able to hang out for like an hour or two.
Yeah. How close are you to Hazleton?
I'm like an hour and a half.
We are recording, by the way, Jeremy. So.
Oh, so will I now be a celebrity
and
all of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't dox Adam, all right?
Yeah.
No, I would never dox Adam.
You would dock Adam, but you wouldn't dox him.
Well, that's true too. But just as a quick aside, if Adam were to be doxxed, it's only because I would put out that he lives on Sesame Street.
Mickey Mouse rhymes, bro.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, I think I'm going to talk to Wes and be like, man, hook us up. If you get some knowledge that we could, because we're media too now. So if you get some knowledge, allow me to fucking spill the beans, bro. Come on.
And he gets shit ahead of time.
He
knows
does.
Enough people now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
so,
I mean,
since Jeremy's here, I don't know if you ever told Travis about our little venture we had.
Cockwheel?
Cockwheel.
Oh yeah. No, I never told him about Cockwheel.
Jeremy was like, he had some fire fucking articles, bro.
Yeah. Are they still up or that's gone?
No, everything got taken down, bro.
Fuck.
I stopped paying the bill on that site.
It's all right. When eljerkogoes.com, I'll contribute.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Hell yeah.
So do you want to tell Travis what Cockwheel was, and then
I'll let you do it. I thought it was great.
All right. Well, how did we even come up with that, dude? Because
Charlie being so fucking pretentious in his articles.
Well, no,
and
I think it was because they would always post half wheel shit, and I'm like, I don't care what he said. Like, this cigar is good. Like, I was just butthurt about something, and
I was too. No, that motherfucker shit on some cigars that are good cigars.
So we made a site called cockwheel.com, and you'd give a review to a cigar. Like, actually, Jeremy didn't really do this. He actually wrote on, he like did
Legit.
reporting.
Yeah.
Like he was, he did reporting on the Sir Terence of Aganorsa cigar. That was pretty good. And we would do reviews, but the reviews were like kind of, I don't know, parody.
Yeah.
So you're
like,
bashing him in the process.
so the lower score you got, the better the cigar actually was.
Yeah.
So like, if you had a cigar, you would light it and be like, "Yo, off the fucking cold draw, I taste sewage water and ass." And then
Yeah. Grandpa's spittoon.
yeah, you'd go into like the first 30, you'd be like, "Oh, it's a Yeti's butthole melded into some burnt hair, and it's actually transitioning into some diarrhea." Like,
Yeah.
we
It's
just
like my
had these,
pastor's paint.
yeah, we just had these stupid adjectives, and we were just throwing all this shit out, and I don't know, it was fun for a little bit, but it kind of got the website wasn't really user friendly, and it was like, I don't know, it was fucking hard to do that shit every day. I don't know how you guys are doing a podcast. It's like fucking crazy.
Time
Here's the
consuming.
thing is it's time consuming as fuck, but I think with us, the whole premise is we literally talk like we do on the podcast every time we're together.
Yeah.
Like when we work together on Sunday, literally if we press record, it's the same exact
Same shit.
you're getting on the podcast.
Yeah.
So for us, it's besides the creating a schedule and actually like showing up on Thursday and Sunday and recording. We literally do this shit every single day. We just don't record everything. It gets a little racy.
Yeah. The fucking one night that we were writing, or not writing, but trying to come up with content, and we should have recorded that night, because that would have been
Oh yeah.
That would have been an amped up fucking. This shouldn't even be an episode.
Oh yeah. Well, and there's plenty of time for bitching and complaining. There's plenty of podcasts for that.
That seems to have been our best one too. Where
it just goes easy. I don't know. When we talk, it's literally the same shit, just not recorded. And so, besides putting it out on time, which I'm always gonna say that at the end of the day, this is Nate's podcast. He does 95% of the fucking work. I show up and I'm a smart ass.
You contribute 95% of the brains.
Yeah.
But it's like I mean, I don't know how to edit, so I'm assuming he's got a harder time than I do, but like actually creating it, it's pretty much just talking.
I got to smoke with Travis at the lounge, and I will say that I was probably harder more of the time than he was.
Yeah,
he just had that.
You guys were naked
and
too?
I was gonna say I could see his heart on. Nate's, I have to put a little effort into it.
Yeah, man. I like to sit very femininely.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Have any of you listened to other cigar podcasts?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I don't think I have, actually.
I don't think I have either. I've seen clips of other podcasts, but
I've seen
every time I see those clips, I'm like, it just doesn't. It seems too scripted. It's almost like the cigar aficionado version of a cigar podcast, where it's like paid advertisements and it seems scripted. And
well, I think guys genuinely want to be sponsored and shit like that, so they tiptoe through the tulips.
There's Should I Smoke This, guys? Those dudes. I seen a couple clips of theirs, and it was like, I don't know. It was all, I don't know. I just wasn't interested, I guess you could say.
The Should I Smoke This? The one guy, right?
Yeah.
I liked him at first.
I saw a clip of it, and I
wanted to punch him from the moment I saw him.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked him, but I think I liked him because there is a few things of what he said on a few cigars I totally agreed with, and I was like, yeah. And the main one being the Andalusian Bull. What he had to say about the Andalusian Bull I was watching it as I'm smoking it. I decided to watch a review because I was like, man, I'm not pulling shit. Is my palate fucked up? What the fuck's going on here? And I watched his review, and he's basically saying the same shit. And I was like, yeah, so I guess the cigar is just kind of muted for some fucking people.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys ever saw like the Cigar Authority one that like Jim Garofalo does on. It was like Saturday, but you talk about people wanting to be sponsored. I mean, it was literally sponsored by segment, and so this segment brought to you by Rocky Patel, and that, and so it did have this very like scripted sort of feel, and maybe not direct down to like word by word, but certainly in the way that it followed like a format throughout an episode.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? What are you smoking, Jeremy? I don't know if we asked.
Come on, man! I'm always smoking something Egg and Orsa.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Got the
You know what? I think I'm gonna smoke.
signature in natural Corojo. What are you smoking, Adam?
At the aging room, T112.
It's a good smoke, man.
5 years old, baby.
I gotta get you a fucking aging room Sonata. Man, I like those.
You know what you got to do? You got to get Ass Baby to give us a humidor tour for like closing out season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah.
You know how they have those like
humidor
crate
tour here?
diggers? Yeah. They got for Adam.
Yeah.
Oh,
They got those crate diggers where musicians or DJs will go through all their vinyls and stuff, and
Yeah. Adam,
I
show
bet
us his
Adam's got
fucking
cigars
collection.
older than some of those vinyls. Yeah.
No, I fucking got rid of all that shit, man.
Damn.
I fucking gave it all to Cowboy.
Damn.
He smokes that shit, bro. Like that guy. He's one of the people that I love giving cigars to because I know that he, one, appreciates it,
Yep.
and two, he actually fucking smokes it. He doesn't go like, oh, because like I don't know, Nate. I gave you back a cigar that you gave me like 4 fucking years ago because I already smoked another one that you gave me. Like, so it's like I'm kind of guilty of that shit where I won't smoke the shit people gift me, and I kind of feel like a dick.
I'm honestly glad you sent that motherfucker back to me. Let me tell people what the fuck that
this
cigar
dude's
is.
been begging. This dude's
That was
been
that was the
begging
Indian Giver
for-
blend, right?
Mhm.
No,
He literally has been begging the boss because we have a box of those here
Mhm.
hidden, and he's been begging to crack that bitch open.
Yep.
So you're a lifesaver for him.
For real. So
well,
for the
you
audience,
you sent me another one, Nate, and it
Yeah,
actually ended up getting damaged. So I
that
smoked it.
Salomon. Yep.
It was good. No, that was from your that was from Franklin.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
All right. We try to avoid mentioning where we work, so I'm gonna try to bleep that bitch out.
I'm fucking believable.
Hit him with the train.
Why?
I just don't want. I don't want the boss to give a shit if he gets
All
wind of it because we cuss and shit like that. And
Cut that out. Do you want me to say it again?
yeah, say it again.
Just sprinkle it in throughout the whole thing.
I mean, I kind of was going to give it
Actually
away
listen
because
to
I
it
was
and
I was
edit
going to mention the Vitola, but what it is that Ichiban that was released back in what was that 2014, 2015?
I think 14.
Those were 2014, right? And the shop Travis and I work at, that was one of the shops that the Ichiban had a release for its own Vitola. And
That's special though, man. That's like kind of.
dude, when you sent that to me, I was like, oh man, I was so fucking psyched about it. And
Well, that's the thing. Over the years, you sent me one, and that's the one I sent you back. That was the first one,
yeah,
and it was tucked away like special.
I sent that to you a long time ago. And
Yeah.
that fucking that was the last box that the sister shop to ours had. And so I sent you one out of the very last box they had. Now they do have another box, but they're not letting anybody touch that. I can understand why. But
Mask up.
Which is funny because
We roll at
reality,
midnight.
I don't think they really fucking care. Like you think the owners really like that cigar?
No, but a lot of customers did like that cigar after its age.
Oh yeah.
A lot of our customers say that cigar sucked when it first came out, but after it sat there for like 4 years, it was fucking dope.
I think it's worth mentioning too the history of that particular blend and how it kind of ties Adam, Nate, and myself together. Because we were all sort of in like, the internet hinterlands on a
Yep.
website that ended up getting shut down, shall not be named. And then
Adam's already
started
named it.
Yeah, I already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Adam started a Discord that brought us all together, and that was the initial Herf cigar on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
in the
That's what it
Salamone.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, it was the Salamone. I think that was Kansas
Yeah.
City or whatever.
Some stuff in Wichita. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, also getting to work at a shop that had its own fucking Vitola from that release,
Yeah, that's
was-
pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
that was dope as fuck too. I mean, a lot of
I'm gonna
good
go to the,
memories around that
internet.
cigar.
I'm going to the World Wide Web to find out what shop you work at.
Yeah, it'll be easy to
Oh,
do.
no.
I'd say, right?
Oh, no.
I won't mention what Vitola it was, but since everybody knows we're in Tennessee, they can figure it out pretty easy.
Oh, man.
All right,
But
Adam,
Super Fleet said it.
Travis, carry the show for a minute. I gotta fucking piss like a motherfucker. I'll be back.
Unbelievable. You never have to piss whenever we're doing a show.
But you always have to carry the show, so it's
That is-
not a whole lot has
that's
changed.
Actually, not
Yeah.
not much. I don't carry it much. Usually when one of us has to piss, I literally just tell him to stop everything. Just go.
Hmm.
Why is your cigar blurry?
Yeah, it's a
fact that-
weird camera thing. So yeah, it's trying to blur everything
Oh.
that's not a human. AI is going
What
to take
the
over
fuck?
everything. We're all going to be blurry
That's
in the
what it is.
future.
It just looks like you're smoking a dick right now.
Yeah.
It's like blurry long, bro.
It blurs half of it because there's no way his dick's that long.
It's actually Bigfoot's cock, and Bigfoot is blurry. So
There it is. I think so. Yeah. Okay. It's floppy. I forgot to my cigar.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Why do you have to piss all of a sudden, bro? You never piss during any of our things. I'm the one that
I
has
know.
to stop it.
I'm sorry. Stop drinking this fucking
get a-
thing.
Can we get a screenshot whenever Jeremy takes a drag off that cigar and it's all blurry? Can we just take a screenshot of that? Use it for OnlyFans?
that's going to be the thumbnail. Deep throating a cigar.
This episode will be called Jeremy's Smoking Poll. Unbelievable.
Are
So
you
we
gonna
were,
smoke?
we were taking all of Adam's questions and reversing them on him. So if you
Yeah.
can think of any questions that he's asked, we were gonna flip the script, and now it's his show.
The questions that I've asked, or
Adam.
questions that Adam has asked.
That Adam's asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that for Jeremy, actually. All right, just do like a rapid fire. Do
There it is.
favorite cigar under 10, favorite cigar over 10, and then favorite cigar over 20.
Yeah.
Man, favorite cigar under 10. I'll have to take that one second. Favorite cigar over 10, I would say the Supreme Leaf by Aganorsa. Over 20, I'm going to jump in with Travis and say the Senator by Foundation. Nick Melillo is my spirit animal. Sponsor them,
Yeah.
Nick. Foundation, sponsor them. Under 10, gosh. I might even say the JFR, just because you get so much bang for your buck, especially that Super Toro. I can get 3 hours out of that thing.
JFR, really?
Wow.
I mean, if I had some time to think about it, I might come up with another answer. But when we're on rapid fire, I got to be ready for the next round of questions.
Yeah.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a
do
bee.
that hand motion again, Nate.
Yeah,
Record that
float
real
like a
quick.
butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh, you were moving your
OnlyFans,
hands back and
baby.
forth too much.
Ah!
What was the question I was thinking? Oh, okay. Let's reverse Jeremy's questions on him. What can a tobacconist offer someone
First off,
who's
I
an
do-
experienced cigar smoker?
I do appreciate some of what you guys expounded on there, because I'll pick up a little bit on what Travis had said on that episode. When you walk in, sometimes you're like, dude, I know more than you. So, but I think that where you can really offer is not coming in pretentious, like you do know everything, but sort of
Yeah.
guiding into the first off the selection you have. If you don't know that like by like the back of your hand, then you're probably not very good at your job, or you're just a B team working part time in the evening. But you got to know your selection. You got to know your vendors. You got to know sort of who's supplying those vendors, right? If you got a foundation, it's actually by AJ. I want to know that. If you've got,
Yeah.
you know, something that's coming with somebody else's tobaccos, you know, I think that you should know that. But I think the biggest thing a tobacconist can offer is, to me, is just having that knowledge of what they carry, not necessarily the universal knowledge as far as what the industry has or even like all of the nuances of tobacco, but knowing your own selection very, very well.
Yeah. And providing that kind of experience. I mean, yeah, you can know everything about cigars when you're going into a lounge.
Yeah.
But if that tobacconist can give you cool stories that you may not have known, or even if you know him, like if he's willing to give you those stories and say, "Hey, I'll sit down and smoke this cigar with you. We can talk about the blend." Like it's that added experience is what they can
Yeah.
give you. Maybe not.
Yeah.
You may know a ton more than him about all the cigars and all sorts of different cigars, but if he can bring you into this humidor, give you at least some sort of information that you may not know, and then on top of that, give you an experience where you're like, "Fuck, I really dug that lounge. I want to come
Mhm.
back and smoke again with them." I think that's the one thing you can't really. I mean, you can give it to yourself, but it's not.
Yeah, no, I think you're
not
onto
the
something
same.
with like I really dug that lounge, right? Because there's the difference between the tobacconist who's really involved with not only his business and his selection, but with the customers. And that's where you're, you know, if you're just a clerk and you're just there like,
Yeah,
hey, you know,
I'd
Alec Bradley's
like
in
to.
the corner, you know,
I'd like
versus
to say that my, you know, my outlook on this question, which is a great question, especially being
Yeah.
asked to a tobacconist.
Yeah, my favorite question of the podcast.
I think I like the suggestions from a tobacconist because he does smoke like the new shit that comes in. Usually, you know, if sometimes you got like my tobacconist near me, he doesn't smoke the new shit coming in, but he tells you it's really good. He only
Mhm.
smokes
Yeah.
one fucking cigar. My tobacconist.
It seems fake.
It's an LFD double Lajero. That's what he smokes every fucking day. So he'll tell you that, you know, these Sancho Panzas are the best thing coming and blah, blah, blah. You know, meanwhile, you can't take his word for shit. Like, remember that, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I wish I did take his word that day, even though he's full of shit, because those Sansa Panzas
They are
fucking
actually
They
good.
were
Yeah.
fucking good. We should have all bought them, but
We
we
should
didn't
have.
know.
but
No.
that's a broken clock being right twice a day, right? Like
Right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so I think the best thing a tobacconist can offer is his suggestions and talking to you. When you have a tobacconist that fucking sells you a cigar that ignores you, I fucking hate that, and it makes me
Oh, yeah.
want to fucking burn the fucking place down sometimes because you got that. Well, it's like one of those things where they're like, "Oh, well, we got my money, you know, we got our money, so we're fucking done here." Like,
Yeah.
you know, that just is kind of a bad way to do business in my eyes.
especially if you're not
They
doing
try
anything
to-
that says leave me alone, right? I didn't come in and pull out my laptop and start getting work done. I came in and sat down, maybe got a cup
and
of coffee.
smoking a cigar.
Yeah, then in that case, I'm approachable, right? I didn't throw up any
Yeah.
obvious signs, you know, that you should know in any circumstance, like, hey, you know, I need a little bit of distance here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same. Like Nate and I at the lounge, we have customers that come in and literally just toss their card on the counter and go, "Pick me something."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like
Yeah, that's
when,
cool.
when you do it the way Adam's talking about, you're building a relationship, you're building that trust. Where now we have most of our regulars are so comfortable with just saying, "Hey, pick me out something new," and then
Yeah.
us taking that extra step while they're smoking that new cigar. Go sit down next to them. What do you think about that cigar? What do you
Mhm.
like about it? What don't you like about it?
Yeah,
And
well,
I
that's
mean,
the experience that they're paying for. You know, you guys are,
yeah.
Yeah.
you guys pretty much earn that from them.
And as the cigars keep going up in price, they have to have some sort of
Somebody.
quantitative experience. Like,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
you have to realize that those cigars are going to continue to get more expensive. So we have to continue to give the experience attached to it to make that cigar worth its price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Travis, I don't know if maybe this would be the appropriate time, but I think at some point it's worth sharing that story you'd mentioned where you sold a guy a $750 cigar. Not just rang him up for a $750 cigar, but you
Oh my
sold him
God.
a $750 cigar.
Did I tell you about that, Nate?
No, you told me it went down, but you didn't tell me how it went down.
So
Wait
so
a
the guy
minute.
was
Wait, what cigar was it though?
the Oro Blanco.
Okay, it
The
wasn't like that.
new Oro Blanco.
It
Is the
wasn't one of
Gurkha
those real
Royale.
gimmick ones.
It wasn't a
Gurkha.
Gurkha.
That Gurkha,
If
yeah.
it was, they'd sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like he had come in. He's looking for an expensive gift for someone that I'm sure you guys can relate on Discord. A person that has everything. He buys everything. You can't surprise him with anything because he has everything he wants. So they came in and they said, "I'm looking for a gift that's unique and something that's like one of a kind." And I had just the day before we had one of the owners of Sans Pry come in and sign one of those Super Lancero gold bands, and he signed the box, the coffin that it comes in. And so that was the first thing that came to mind was it's $103, but I'm just going to try to run it and see what happens. So I brought him in and told him about that cigar, and then I told him that the owner was in just yesterday, signed this coffin. It's the only one that I've seen in existence. He signed it live in front of me. So that's a one-of-a-kind item. And he goes, "Okay, I'll take that." But he didn't seem like he was satisfied with just that one cigar. So he kept kind of looking around. I convinced him to get a 60th anniversary Padron in those little gold coffins. And then I figured it was a long shot, but I said, I do have one more thing. And it's probably the highest price thing we have in here. And so I took him over to the Davidoff cabinet, and he's not a regular, but he's been here before. He's familiar with Davidoff, but he had never heard of the Oro Blanco. And I've never seen anyone sell an Oro Blanco without the person already having like previous knowledge of what it is. And he had no idea.
It tastes
So,
like blueberries.
I pulled this bitch out and explain the whole process, the seed sorting, the all the different checks and balances that Davidoff goes through. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. It was like 12 to 15 different points from seed to cigar of quality checking, color checking, making sure the leaves are pristine, the colors are exactly the way they're supposed to be. And I explained that whole process and how thousands and thousands of hands touched the leaves and the cigars and whatnot. And all of those processes were done by the master blender, Eladio Diaz. And I explained this whole story, which I've never actually gotten to get all of it out. And he just like looked at me. He didn't fully believe me. He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah, just one guy." He goes, "God damn, I got to get that thing." So he just fucking put it on my tab, and he went and bought it. That's the first time that I had ever fully pitched that cigar, given the whole story, the whole experience, what to expect from it, to someone that had no idea it existed.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's sweet, man.
I mean,
now is there any type of like commish, like when you sell a big ticket item at a lounge? Like I know you probably sell boxes and everything, and that's pretty, that's a lot of money and everything. But when you sell one cigar for $750, and the guy's like, "Yeah, fuck it, I want that shit," and you ring that up, like, does your boss like have a little pager in your fucking pocket that just goes ding ding ding, and you get
no? He'll show his appreciation.
He'll recognize it.
He'll occasionally get you a dope cigar or something.
He shows his appreciation. He actually sets the pager to vibrate mode and calls him repeatedly.
Yeah.
No, it's weird because like doing commission for something like this, especially like with how much I make, it would be really hard to do. And it also turns into like it'll probably turn into a pretty hostile environment when it's.
But you probably don't sell a lot of those, is what I'm saying. Like that's.
Oh yeah. So
it's like just a show cigar basically at that point. Like
yeah, it's a 50-50. I mean, so he didn't do anything for this, but there have been times that I've sold, ST DuPont lighters, the $1,500 ST DuPont lighters. And for appreciation, he'll give me a few cigars and be like, "Hey, I really appreciate it. That was a good sale. You did good the other day."
Yeah.
So like he appreciates. It's usually in the form of like he'll give you a really nice cigar. Or
Man,
he doesn't hesitate to.
I'll be honest with you. I'd hate to see cigar lounges do commission though.
No, I wasn't saying.
Absolutely.
I was just saying on like big ticket item like that. Like,
Yeah.
if you sell this fucker, like we'll give you a hundo like right now.
In all honesty, I'm one of those people, especially because I was like amped after doing that sale. The first person I contacted was John, the manager that I'm assistant to. And I sent him a message. I was like, my day just got really fucking good. Second sale of the morning, and I'm already, $1,200 deep. And so, like, he was amped about it. I'm not looking for handouts, but I like fucking bragging about it because that's a big fucking deal to me.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
the best part about that story is when his wife got the credit card bill. Now Nate actually represents this guy as the divorce lawyer.
No.
That a boy. Nate's going into law.
Yeah. Sponsor of Harvard Law.
Dude, I'd love to know who he was buying that gift for. I mean, like, and that was the one thing I told him. I was like, I know you're not smoking it, but like, if you come back in, or if the person you bought that for wants to come in and let me know how that fucking thing is, I'm curious to hear his side of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So it's something that I'll never smoke. I don't have that kind of fuck you money. So it's like, I'd love to hear someone firsthand who smoked it. I mean, our owner has smoked it and said, "Oh yeah, it's good." Well, cool.
Thanks.
I feel like you're supposed to say that.
Yeah, it
So
sucks.
I want like an unbiased. So, but it was just a cool experience, and it's like the one time. I'm not a customer service person. Clearly, I'm doing a podcast when I should be helping Craig out. No, I'm not a customer service person, but like I love nerding out on cigars and shit. So it's cool to be able to tell that whole story without someone going, "All right, just cut the shit."
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
funny
don't think
that
that
guy
sale
with
happens
the,
without being passionate about it, right? Like you don't just like tell somebody about it and they want it. You have to sort of that passion has to translate in order for them to be like,
Oh, yeah.
"Dang, I really want that."
well, that's the thing. He bought it for his friend who's a SoundCloud rapper, and
Mhm.
he broke it open and rolled weed in it.
Oh man.
That would be
The
fucking-
Oro Blunto.
That'd be
Oro
heartbroken.
Blunto.
Oro Blunto. I think we're onto something here.
Mm-hmm.
No, that passion. I mean, you can only get so passionate. Nate takes baths and experiences cigars that way.
Mhm.
But you can't
Love
really
it.
get naked in here, contrary to what Nate tries to do.
Not
That
yeah.
might be that's probably the only time you get a commission is selling naked.
Yeah.
I can only sell Robustos really well because I had to experience it myself.
Petite
Are you-
Corona.
Are you
Boutique
still
Coronas.
are you still smoking that late hour?
Oh no, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, so
I lit something else up.
Yeah, it was kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. So during the what's that? Cohiba Black.
It's a good
Sponsor
one.
us, Sean Williams.
Yeah.
Fucking during the meeting with the Davidoff guys, I got to smoke the Nicaragua, which was, I mean, that smoked perfectly. I mean, I had no burn issues. I had stacked dimes halfway down the cigar.
That was the second episode I smoked that, right? The Diademas.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
they handed them out today while we were sitting there,
Neat.
and then I got a late hour, and this late hour is fucking tight draw, having burn issues. I was not impressed with that. Kind of bummed, but whatever.
That was the late hour Robusto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also I think it was
That's
from Dave. It wasn't.
that's one of my issues with the late hour. I love the late hour when they smoke great in the way they're supposed to. but I've run into quite a few late hours that don't smoke right. And that's I don't like that about that cigar.
Yeah, I bought a 5-pack of those late hours. And I think two out of the 5 were not good. And
Yeah.
I ended up giving one away, and I only ended up getting 2 decent cigars out of the 5, which kind of hurt.
It's
Yeah.
like buying Cubans.
Shit was like $100.
Yep. They're good smokes. When they're good, they're really good. But when they miss like a motherfucker, man. So it sucks.
Yeah.
But I actually
regular Winston Churchill.
I was gonna say that's the one I prefer.
Yeah,
Everyone I've had smoked great.
that one is, I don't know. I had a lot better luck with that fucker, the Winston.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
All right, so it looks like we've been recording this for maybe what, hour and 40 minutes.
Damn.
Not bad.
Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun.
Should we keep recording or fucking
Let's go dark, man.
go dark so we can bullshit?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Not sure when the fuck this episode will be released. It may be just one in the chamber. If we have to miss a fucking day, can't get you an episode, this may be the episode.
I know I'm not missing any days. I'm recording even if you can't.
Do you have any do you Adam have any words of wisdom to part the audience with?
Not really. I'm just kind of hyped that you guys thought of me to have me on. I don't know. I think that's pretty.
Love to have you on
Let's
again.
not get
feel
sentimental, bud. Come on.
Well, no, I don't know. I just feel like I don't really have much to offer like you guys. You guys are like smart and shit.
That's bullshit. You offered plenty of shit. We just recorded for
Yeah,
an hour and 45
I know.
minutes. I'd say you offered a lot.
Since I've been on, Adam, you've offered everything except your chin.
I'm in a lounge chair too. I'm like all fucking leaned back like a retard.
But you got Gurkha in the
he knows.
background.
Jeremy's
so-
in your closet right now.
Yeah. I'm so far in the closet. I'm
He
handing
knows
people
what
their
you're
Cokes.
doing.
Yeah.
He knows what you're fucking doing. He found your nudie mags in there. He's sitting on a stack of nudie mags, smoking a cigar.
Fucking A. All right, Jeremy, you got any words of wisdom to part for the
I'll
audience?
quote grandma. If you think you're having a bad day, try missing one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
What are
right,
your words of
everybody.
wisdom, Nate?
Mine. Oh, don't forget to fuck yourself.
Stay gay.
Peace.
Peace.